Before we get started on the video, I just wanted to mention this little thing that happened to me while I was going through my YouTube feed. I saw this particular live stream, but as I was browsing through, I didn't really get a good look at it, and this little branding symbol down in the right hand corner I thought looked like this Pokemon. I had to do a double take and scroll back up to the live stream to realize that is nothing like any Pokemon currently in existence. A little brain meltdown on my behalf, but without further ado, let's get into the video. So, as you saw by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about fandoms. And I realize there's a whole lot of content out there about fandoms now. You either are people who are a part of large fandoms defending the fact that fandoms are a good thing, or you have people that do not consider themselves a part of any fandom, and they're talking about the negatives and the radicalness of some fandom behavior. Now, this video ties into my fanfiction, shipping, and OC's video, because it all ties together as fandom behavior and what people do within fandoms and the good and bad parts of each section. But I didn't want to do it all in one video because each topic deserved its own sort of focus and highlights. Now, I don't want to take the fandom idea and completely deconstruct it for you in this video. What I want to do is touch on the positive and negatives and explain what I think a fandom should actually be and what a fandom should actually represent and what it means to be a part of a fandom. How do you go from casually viewing something and being a casual fan to fandom? That's what I want to highlight in this video. So let's get started. I've done a lot of research to try and figure out how somebody goes from casual fan to fandom. The connecting force is often the internet, because the fandom needs vast numbers, and you can't really do that on an individual level or within your own physical community. You need the internet in order to bridge that gap. However, how you go from being a casual fan to just enjoying the thing to the radicalness of a fandom is when you start contributing. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, and I accept that, but I believe in order to be an actual part of the fandom and not just looking in from the outside and enjoying, because you're still being the casual person who enjoys the thing if you're just enjoying the things that fandom creates. You are a part of the fandom when you contribute to that fandom. I am talking about fan art, I am talking about fan fiction, I am talking about music, I am talking about whatever it is that you do to create and contribute to that fandom so other people that who enjoy that thing can enjoy what you've created. That is when you go from casual fan to the person who enjoys the thing and appreciates whatever it is to fandom level. Now, there are positives and negatives to all fandoms, and you don't have to be a contributor to be a part of the positives or part of the negatives. To me, the positive part of a fandom is the togetherness, the community. It brings people of similar interests and ideas and makes a community out of them, and they can create special bonds and friendships and so much more in some cases. But they always have this community that they can fall back on and say, you know what, I still enjoy this thing, and I know that you all do too, and that's great. I have found so many great friends by being a part of the Naruto fandom, and I've really enjoyed my experience when I created for that fandom, and I still do. I recently done a speed paint and posted some fan art for the Naruto fandom, so that's all fine and good too. I still consider myself part of that fandom, but it's the only fandom I consider myself a part of because it's the only fandom that I contribute to. Now, I've put out what I think makes a good fandom and what makes up the majority of the fandom, because the majority of every fandom is positive. However, we all know that the minority often represents the entirety. So we get the negatives of a fandom, which wouldn't be a big deal if they weren't so loud. Minorities are loud and they want to be heard over the majority. The majority of most fandoms are average, normal people who won't bother you. However, we have the radical fans of every fandom that just blow everything out of proportion, and they threaten people and they hurt people and they hunt people down, and it's so dangerous and it's so hateful, and I don't know why this has to be a thing. Most fandoms are about fiction. I don't see why we have to stand up and protect a fictional character. Yes, even if it is live action, the character still isn't real in most cases. I think that just need to chill out a little bit. And I mean, I've already touched on the hatred that the negative part of every minority, radical fans of any fandom bring to the table, and it's just the most destructive behavior that I can even point out. I mean, you have to go from casual fan, the fandom member, to radical fan. I mean, it's a step up. Can we really consider all these radical people who will literally threaten you if you do not like their thing? Fandom members, because most fandom members are decent people just doing their thing and enjoying the thing they love. Yes, they're contributing, which puts them above casual fan, but I don't want to consider these radical members of these communities as just average members. They're radical, they're hateful, and they are the extreme, but not everybody in these fandoms are the extreme. And I think that's where we need to take a step back and realize fandoms are not this terrible, evil thing. They're actually really great and positive. I just can't see a reason why people on the outside of the fandoms should be so negative towards them. So what if a bunch of people like something to that extreme and want to contribute different types of artwork into it? I can't see the problem with it, and it's not just because I'm a member of a fandom myself. I can't sit here and describe a fandom in a 100% negative way just because some people are a little bit too extreme about it. The fandom that I have been a part of for all these years has treated me too good, and I've had such a positive experience following that storyline and being a part of the community and contributing and allowing people to enjoy the work that I've created, to say that that fandom or any other fandom is so destructive that we have to stand up and tell them no, get down. You shouldn't even disband. You shouldn't even exist. Fandoms, no. I understand if some people don't like shipping. I understand if some people don't like fan characters. I even understand if some people don't understand why fan fiction is a thing. Just because it's not your thing doesn't mean somebody else can't enjoy it. Let people enjoy. Stop sucking the fun out of everything. Thanks for watching to the end of another video, guys. Happy to see you back. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. Check out this other great videos. Videos come out every single Saturday. Maybe become a Patreon if you're able. It helps to keep this content going. As always, have a wonderful day, and see you guys next time.